Dan, this is your favorite song, baby. Regulate us.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all
I feel like I've
about,
heard this song somewhere
it's
before.
like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else alone.
Let's go.
Evo, welcome back to another summer podcast. I like that video. Dan loves that song. That's probably his favorite song out there.
Yeah, that's why we picked it.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, hey, so a couple things on the trip. Austin, how come I can't see us anymore?
because we're on a Teams call.
Oh, dang. Do we normally not see me?
No, but
Alright.
he could click rejoin and
Cut that out. All right. Couple things on the trip. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Couple things on the trip. We have got a bunch of rooms, like 80 people's worth of rooms, RSVP'd, paid for, set aside. Dan is sending out a link this week, probably today, on filling out the RSVP. 60 for rookies, 70 for vets. You get the trip. You can come for free. If you didn't earn it, you're also welcome to come.
Yeah.
So it's $713.59
$0.59.
is the total cost all in. If you didn't earn it, but you're welcome to come. So if you can fill it out, RSVP, buy your plane tickets, couple little things. Passports do take a little bit of time. So if you do not have a passport, it is in Mexico. You have to have one to go over there for some reason.
You can
They
pay
come over
more
here.
to get an expedited one, but if you just
Oh yeah.
wait,
No, I know that's an HR complaint. Probably gonna have to cut that one out too.
we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Alan, can you explain to us how to get to Mexico? Just kidding. All right, so we got that. So
I think his mom's house is down there. Actually,
we should
no,
do a back and
Cancun.
party.
She's in Cancun.
Back and party there. So
Yeah, but get with your managers on the passports. Flights are going to be cheaper beforehand. So be looking at flights and things like that for the dates. In the survey we send out, we're going to have a few little tips and tricks and stuff on when to get there and when to be leaving and things like that. So be looking for that. And let's get as many people there as possible.
last week, overall company numbers was 465 installs. So we had a little dip. I bet you this week we're going to go up though.
I have a feeling we will.
Yeah, but overall, still a great week.
Amazing. Top offices. Detroit 165, Homa 85, Lafayette 68, Shreveport 43, Mobile 42, Nashville 31, and Baton Rouge 21. So, I mean, big numbers. Some offices did some like huge days that I think Homa had their best day.
Yeah,
right?
Homa is dialed in for the competition,
on fire,
and killing it.
yeah. Richie lit that match, and now they're just burning Homa.
Travis burned him down. So good job. So I know a couple offices had some issues with licensing, moving areas, etc. So this week I know it's going to be huge. Dinner goal winners last week, Homa and Nashville were able to take that home. Our last week top 10 vets, Travis Davis with 20.
20.
I know for the podcast, Austin hates when we talk in the middle of the top 10, but
How can you not?
that is amazing.
But Ron?
those are monthly numbers in a week.
In a week.
Travis, you're a stud. Ron was 16, which is just wild to me. I know Ron one day, it was like within 24 hours, had sold, I think it was like 10 or 11, 12. It was a ton. I just remember thinking, Ron is on fire. And he's hungry. He wants us to D-check every house. He's selling clean business. He's doing it the right way.
Shout out to Ron. He has. He's like, we're D-checking everything, right?
He wants it. So if you're against Ron, watch out. Jet Vance with 13, Jackson Powell with 10, Ian Busott with 10, Peyton Snow with 10, Nate Barbieri with 10, Rhett Lauder with 9, Cam Haslauer with 9, and Lindy jumped up in the top 10 with 7 installs. So congratulations.
Let's go.
And our top 10 rookies last week.
Let's go. Zach White, which we're going to have on here in just a little bit with the Pro Spotlight with 12, Isaac Meyer with 8, Darius Austin with 8, Jude Torres right there in the middle, 7, Kyler Kemp with 7, Jakai Coker with 6, Nazareth Hakobian, I probably butchered that, I apologize, with 6, Ronnie Olson with 5, Riley Sutton with 5, and Austin McMahon with 4. So you still got to be producing vet-like numbers to get in the top 10 of the rookies there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and then for the competition, so this update, we are getting shipped out all the prizes with the 4th of July prizes today. Actually, the 4th of July shirts aren't getting made till Wednesday, so they'll probably get shipped Wednesday, Thursday, but everything's getting shipped, so be on the lookout for that. Looking at the bracket, we got Mike Manhire advanced. By tomorrow, you'll know, but it's either Alan or Brianna, so nice matchup there. Then we got Ron against Jet Vance. I'm telling you, Jet, Ron is on fire. So he was knocking this morning. Yeah.
Manager call, so.
Ian Boussard against either Greg or Rhett. We're also waiting on Greg he has a couple installs just with their religion, since they don't knock on Saturday, they hit Sunday. And then you got Travis Davis against Cole Hymas. That's a good matchup. Cole is very calm, doesn't act like he cares, but deep down I think he does. So I'm excited to see how that one.
He might care, but he's also gonna have to bring the punches.
I was telling him this morning. I'm like, Cole, you gotta
ideally
get
he's
out
driving out there early. They're in some fresh hood today, so it's gonna be exciting to see.
And then for the rookie bracket, we got Isaac Meyer against Timothy Benson John. I know they're both working really hard. Fisher Pratt against Darius Austin. Jakai Coker against David Haynes, and Zach White versus Drayden Andrus.
The one, Jakai and David Haynes, I'm excited for that one because that means their helpline is gonna be just blowing up. Because those dudes love their helplines, which they're supposed to use, so I love that. But them
they're doing good.
Battling it out, it's just going to light even more fire. It's going to be exciting to see.
Hey, make sure you guys are paying attention to the round dates. In the in the losers bracket,
brackets. They're different.
The dates change because you got to catch up. So pay attention to that. Make sure you guys get your text to get them installed. I know this last week Detroit was killing it, but they had some problems with text. The couple techs had a sad emergency, had to leave, so their schedule's packed. Help yourself. Make sure you're not scheduling out during prime time the next day to where you can get the jobs in, because ultimately these competitions usually come down to lack of install time. So get your jobs in.
Yeah. You got to be proactive.
And then, Dan, you have one announcement. We're adding a gun.
Yeah. So we were made aware that even though we spent hours on this bracket, we did not do it correctly with the rounds and prizes. So we're going to be introducing a match grade Black Rain 22 precision rifle for what I would consider the semifinals to the championship.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So 2 people will win that to battle it out in that competition.
The winner of
the winner's bracket.
Yes.
And the winner of the loser's bracket will compete for that, correct?
No.
And they'll get that prize.
Just the winner of the winner's bracket.
See? Still don't even understand it.
Yeah. The winners of the winner's bracket. So what's going to happen is 2 guys are competing.
2 more guns in there.
Right. 1 for the winners, 1 for the losers. Anyways, we'll get it in the bracket. We'll get it updated. But the winner that gets the first round bye, while the loser bracket and the first loser fight it out, that person's going to win the 22.
Yep. Just met with them this morning. They're going to custom make them, custom color them, custom engrave them, and they'll be ready for you guys.
All right, sweet.
So,
all right, for our pro spotlight today, we have Zach White.
The man, the myth.
The stud.
The legend.
Yeah, no. Zach, welcome to the podcast. We're going to keep this quick for you because you're in a competition. Are you pretty excited about these guns?
Oh yes, I have a picture of them on my phone. I got them. Yeah, I've got them on my lock screen. I've got the guy I want to beat, ready to take down.
Made a voodoo doll out of them.
No, you're dialed in. I love that. So we'll go quick for you because you are in that competition. Congratulations on advancing. The rookie bracket is actually heating up pretty good. So couple questions for you that I think we want to ask because you're doing it differently. So I just want to jump right in with the referrals. You've sold 12 2 weeks in a row, top first year 2 weeks in a row. You're actually bouncing into the vet top of the top vets.
Numbers are up there.
Dan told me you had 8 of your 12 deals were referrals last week. Is that true?
Yeah. I'll sell about maybe 1 max a day on the doors, but most of them been referrals.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody a couple days ago, and I was like, hey, we got to get Zach on the doors. And he's like, oh no, Zach barely even knocks. I'm like, well, what? So can you walk us through, what are you doing to get these referrals? And the whole process you're taking through, because not only are you referring people, you're financing everybody, it seems like. So take me through that process.
First I was like, well, first I would like only tell people that we do referrals. Like if I sold them, I would tell them. And then, well, first it started off that I was selling, 3 to 4 a week. And then I would go home and, get on my phone, and 3 to 4 weeks, whatever, it's okay. And then I would go home and get on my phone on social media and stuff. And then I saw something online, and it said, it was actually from Doug Cartwright. And he said, social media is a tool to distract you from a life you don't enjoy. And I instantly put down my phone and just started watching this podcast, watching other podcasts, looking at Jake Robles. And they said one thing that would double your sales was simply to get referrals. He said that's what would bring you from a 200 account to a 400 account rep. I figured, I don't have to be at the 200 to get to double that to the 400. I could do it now. So I just kind of copied what Jake Robles and Doug Cartwright do. The big one is trading the activation for 2 referrals. So I'll be like, hey, and I'm very honest. I give all my stuff, like, I fully admit God is the full part of my life. And so I like to be very honest in my sales. So I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This activation, it's part of my commission. I'm willing to waive that for you if you would be willing to give me 2 home runs, 2 layups, 2 people will probably get the system. So we'll get it in the home for 0. And I love that because it's a soft close. If they're willing to give me referrals, they're okay with the monthly.
Yes.
And they're okay with getting it in for 0. And the biggest one and the last one is, even if I get a no on the door, if they seem okay talking to me and it's just not for them, which is completely fine. I'll say, hey, it might not be for you, but this can be obviously very helpful for other people, right? And they'll say yes. And then I'll just be like, well, I'll tell you this. I know you have somebody in mind that would want this system. I'll give them the same deal I was going to give you if they advertise for us. We'll get on the house for 0. Monthly's just $50 to $70, depending on what you get. You just have to give me a number, and I'll give you $100 per referral. And you'll get maybe 1 or 2 people a day out of all your no's that will give you a number. So if I get 10 numbers, I'll get 3 or 4 that will maybe get the system.
So you're getting like 10 referrals a day?
No, I'll get 2 referrals a day. But once you sell someone off a referral, you can use that. Hey, I just set up Chuck. He referred me to you. I paid him $100. I'll do the same deal for you that he did. He loves it. I just sent him over $1,000 for all the referrals he gave me. I'm happy to do the same thing for you. And then they'll refer. So I had Chuck first, and then I had William, Daniel, and I have all these referrals that are giving me referrals, and then I have other ones from the doors.
And they're all just working for you.
So really quick, so for guys that aren't taking advantage of the referrals and things like that, I loved referrals when I was full-time knocking. I like to pay good money for that because, and this is what I want to dive into, what's it like when you get that referral? Like, how much easier is that sale? Is that referral?
What I've noticed is that everybody wants cameras. Not everybody wants an alarm, but if you get them on the phone and you just basically sell them off of what the other person got, if they got the system. That's like the biggest one is, hey, they loved the indoor because they have kids. They love the security on the inside of the house because obviously kids going in and out of the house, you're working when you're away. We want to make sure everything's protected. The cameras are great, but if someone came on your property while you were away and you couldn't look on your phone, what would happen? Nothing.
Do you notice the objections being less with these referrals?
Oh Gosh, yeah. Normally I'll get them to. I don't even talk to the referral until the guy who referred me to him sends me their birthday, their social, their first and last name, and their number and the address. So they'll send it all in one big text. I'll enter it all in. If they qualify, I'll get on a call. If they don't, I'm not
Oh
gonna.
man, that's juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah, that's crazy. So are all of these in your area or just all over the place? Like most of these are just selling over the
Oh.
phone, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Some of them are in Michigan. I would say like 80% are in Michigan, but I did one in Texas, two in Texas, one in Tennessee, another one in Tennessee, and one in Chicago.
In Nashville, you better watch out. Zach's eating up your hood.
Selling
He's
all your
got some
deals.
friends over there. No, that is awesome. Well, keep doing it. And if you are not asking for referrals, you're leaving money on the table. It is the hardest part of the job is to make someone believe that you're legit. And if you have a referral that says, hey, Zach's already set me up, this is a great deal, then you're great.
Also, for a lot of guys that are sweating to death right now, they feel like they're working harder than they've worked all summer long. In the last 2 weeks, Zach, which not to say that you haven't put in some hours because you put in some hours, but as far as like fatigue and like, do you feel like you're working any harder, selling double, triple what you were? Like,
There's definitely a lot of times I'm in that helpline. But that's
You
that
mean
might
we're
be more on my
working.
end. But yeah, no, I think it's way easier doing this. You don't have to sell them. There's very few objections. If they're calling you, they already want it. It's really, really easy. It's just going through when you have that many. Yeah, I've been working my tail off because I'm just like go, 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 go. When you're off the doors, you're still going. You're trying to get out whoever needs to be paid, whoever needs to, and then I send out half if it gets installed, and then half when the first bill comes out. Because I want the referral to make sure that everything's gone through good before they get their full amount of money, so that the guy who referred me will stay on top of them until they pay their
Yeah,
bill.
they're still bugging them. Yeah, so that's great with the referrals. The other thing I wanted to touch on, and I know we're running short on time, you've recruited a lot of people recently. How many buddies have you brought out here in the last 3-4 weeks?
Well, we've brought out we brought out 3. I've had 3 recruits come out. 2 are still out here, getting going. I'm hoping to get 3 or 4 more.
Are you posting on social media, or are you just showing everybody how much money you're making?
I'm posting on social media. Like biggest one for me is like my guys trust me. They know I'm not gonna lie. So if I tell them I'm making this and this is how I did it, they know that as long as they do what I did, they'll be fine. And Jonathan, my guy I just brought out, sold 2 on Saturday.
So really quick, I just want to make sure people understand the scope, like of these paychecks that you're making. So I pulled up payroll here, and in the last 2.5 weeks, up front, you've made over $13,000.
Yeah.
That grin?
Yeah, that's awesome. No, yeah, looking at it, back when you were selling 2 and 3,
you got a $1,300 check, you got a 14, a 17, 14.89, and then bam, 62.94, 59.66. So this is real money. We're not talking about back ends yet. So you're at 65 on the year right now. Earlier you had mentioned 125 is your goal. I think if you
keep going.
doing what you're doing,
You're gonna blow it out of the water. Last thing we want to leave you with: how much? So Zach, for people that don't know, he wears the same knocking shirt every single day, kind of like Patrick Mahomes in his underwear. How much do you attribute your shirt with your success? / how often do you wash it?
The shirt
We're not gonna show this to your mom.
This is Mike's shirt. He gave it to me because I didn't have shirts at the beginning of the year.
It's Mike's shirt. This makes more sense.
So this is Mike's shirt, and ever since then I just I wash it, every other day or so.
Yeah.
Well, and
he's hesitant.
Well, believing and just trusting the process is awesome. So hey, go out and win this competition, Zach. You got people out there knocking already. Go give it your all, and best of luck.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, sounds good.
Appreciate it.
Wait.
So behind the scenes, there's not enough time. I called Zach to prep for the podcast, and we're talking, and I asked him about his why, which we didn't get to. He likes to work. Like, that's his why. Families, you know.
Affluent.
Yeah, there you go. That's the appropriate word. But would like to make it on his own. You know, he'd like to do it himself. And so that's what he's out there doing. You know, doesn't like the flashy stuff, wants to buy land back home. Like, that's what that would be his why. He said, he's like, I guess it's land. He's like, but that's just not flashy. And I know guys don't care too much about that, which we do have a bunch of guys that love real estate. So I think that is a big why for people. But just a humble kid, you know, coming out here. He was going to go play basketball. I don't exactly know why that didn't happen. But here he is making $5,000 or $6,000 a week, learning this little piece of the business that we don't talk about enough. We're not training on enough. But I think that's why I wanted to reiterate is he said the word easy when he's talking about the referrals.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling, if you are just sweating to death, make it easier on yourself. Like, practice this piece of the business that a lot of guys haven't learned and make this job easier on you. We don't want you suffering. We don't want you to go just kill yourselves to make good money. And you don't have to. I think that's what he taught us today.
Yeah, make the money, invest the money. And shout out to our Ada gang. We just passed 90 cents today. So
Let's go.
Backends are going to look pretty.
Shout out to Brad.
Backends are going to look pretty. All right. Thank you. Till next week. See ya.